Hey everyone, welcome to this daily Sidereal Astrology forecast for Tuesday, May 5th, 2020. Alright, so today no major aspects going exact, but we are approaching a full moon, which will be on Thursday. So we're definitely getting into the heightened phase of the lunar month. Really good time of seeing how we can maybe make some shifts and changes with any new beginnings that happened about a week ago during the last new moon. Now the moon will be in Virgo today, so the theme is likely around improving matters. That was the theme yesterday as well. So great day for seeing what can be improved and getting in touch with that refining side of ourselves, maybe doing the work, getting into the details, creating those structures and things that require self-discipline is great at this time. Now, we also do have Mercury combust the sun easing up from yesterday. So if yesterday was a lot more maybe fire behind the mind, or some scattered or difficulty for concentration, that energy is starting to ease up today. And if there were any things that you were passionate about or interested in from yesterday, could be a new beginning with that, and maybe today a good day to implement these new shifts of ideas or perspectives. All right, so let's take a look at all this here in more detail when we return. All right, so here is the sky for this Tuesday. And again, we are using the actual visible sky, which is different from mainstream astrology. You will notice the signs are different, and a good example of that is the upcoming full moon. You will hear it talked about as being in Scorpio, but actually if you look up at the visible sky, you will see it in the constellation Libra. So if you are new to this channel, definitely check out that link down below for more information on true sidereal astrology. All right, so let's take a look here at the moon's placement, which represents the theme of the day, and in this case, in pragmatic and improvement-oriented Virgo. So this was the theme yesterday as well. Still a great day for anything that does require self-discipline, does require our improvement nature, and doing the work, so to speak. So great time for things like routines, personal development, health, things that need to be fixed or problems solved. Really good way of working with this phase of the lunar cycle. Now we still do have a lot of fire energy, of course, with the sun and Mercury in fiery Aries, gearing up for this full moon. And so the larger context this month, these past 2 weeks in particular, have been about cultivating our sort of things that require initiative in our life. So great time of cultivating that more direct, initiating, active, pursuing our personal needs and desires side of ourselves with this lunar month, and even cultivating our independence, and again things that are important to us here with Aries. Now with the sun still quite close to the sun, with Mercury still quite close to the sun, we could still maybe feel a bit of this combust energy from yesterday, where if yesterday it was either difficult to concentrate or scattered, or maybe there's just a lot of passion and energy behind what you're thinking about, that's likely starting to ease up here today, especially as we get into the later part. But with this combust energy, there's always this great opportunity to maybe start some new ideas. If there was anything that you were passionate about from yesterday, or something new you started involving learning or communication or your thoughts in some way, could be a really good day for still implementing that if you are guided to. Now, no major aspects exact, but we do have this still Venus square Neptune energy. Venus is basically going very slow in the sky. She'll go retrograde on May 13th, and so she's dragging out this square with Neptune. So it's not as strong as it was, say, over the weekend on Sunday in particular, but if there is some water energy, some deeper water energy that you've been experiencing, maybe it's a bit difficult to rest or find comforts, or anything involving relationships that's maybe a little uncertain or deeper in some way, that's slowly easing up more and more as we do get away from that square with Venus and Neptune. But with this is a great opportunity for practicing more acceptance and more receptivity with our relationships and with our values. So really good to be channeled into things that are more compassionate, selfless, and then even creative, imaginative, basically getting into that more accepting nature and creative nature. Could be still a great week for doing those kinds of things. All right, so that's the day in a nutshell. We do have some trines with the moon and Venus Mars, so there could be some synergy in terms of those interpersonal relationships. a bit relative to the bigger picture. And in this case, Venus in Taurus could be really good for enjoying the more sensual aspects of life, whether it's in our relationships or not. It's been a good time for connecting to maybe having a good meal or some nature or invoking our senses or some comforts. The enjoyments are very much in the earthy and grounded realms at this time. And again, great way of connecting in those relationships in that more grounded or sensual or resource-based sort of way. Now, Mars is finishing Capricorn, so the larger context is still around maybe putting action towards things that we know will take time. And there has been this great opportunity for discipline to be put into our actions and needs. But Mars will be slowly shifting into Aquarius going through the later part of this week. And so we may start to get a bit progressive with how we're taking action. Maybe a bit more innovative with Aquarius, forward thinking, future thinking, maybe putting some action towards some future ideals and possibly some collective matters could be the shift. But still quite early for that. I think still that grounded approach to taking action with that responsibility and healthy reserve with Capricorn is the emphasis, which is earth energy, as well as Venus and Taurus, also earth, suggesting connecting in a more grounded and resourceful sort of way at this time. But the larger context is still that of fire of this lunar month being about taking initiative and cultivating our personal needs and desires. And today, a bit of earth energy with Virgo. Great for improvement orientation. How can we do things that require the work, maybe self-discipline, responsibility, these kinds of day-to-day things that do require that improvement nature with Virgo. And of course, we will be approaching that full moon, which I'll make a video on tomorrow. So as we approach Thursday, great time for maybe starting to do a status check. How have the past couple weeks gone in our life? And maybe starting to become aware of some shifts and changes we may want to make. All right, so everyone have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to click that like button if you haven't yet. If you're new to the channel, definitely subscribe for more daily videos. And I will see you all tomorrow for the full moon forecast. Take care.